What's up, guys? Still bugging in here in West Virginia. It's day 3 with no power, and I'm doing some convex edges. I've been able to glance at YouTube every once in a while and look at people's comments and stuff on my email on my phone, but I have no Wi-Fi, no way to upload my contest vid, no way to upload anything. Very sorry to everybody that all my stuff is late, but saw some good comments on my strop, and one that sticks out is the sandpaper rolled up in there getting creases. You know, those creases hitting on the edge is not a good idea. So I've taken that advice, and I'll probably just keep pre-cut strips of paper, you know, stuck on there flat, and that way no creases. But been working on some edges here, and got a little carried away with it. I had started with the idea of doing my Svord knife, and then I was still a little bit nervous and not wanting to go too expensive. So this is a Kershaw Antelope Hunter, and it's 8CR13 MOV. The Svord is carbon steel, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. Anyway, this one went real well too. I don't know if you all are going to be able to make it out, but I've convexed the edge on there. And I don't know, like I said, if you're going to make it out or not, but the tip has been the hardest for me to get the tip also, but it does leave a bit of the V-edge that you're able to see, confirming your other work is good to go. So then I got my Scandi out and put a new edge on this. This is my Enzo. If you watch my videos, you've seen a lot, and just stropping it wasn't bringing it back anymore because it has a micro bevel, which I could have stropped that and worked on the micro bevel, but I just wanted a full zero Scandi. So, you know, when working on that a little bit here with the coarse, just only the coarse so far, 120. And then broke out the Benchmade Ruckus and threw the convex edge on there. This is a, I guess you call it a saber grind when it's flat up to a point. So there's a flat up to halfway through the balisong, the butterfly symbol, and then there's a swedge up top and a flat riding along the side. But so anyway, it's a flat grind up to here, the majority of that blade. So I thought that would be a good candidate, and turned out pretty good too. The tip, again, just the edge of the tip has been hard for me to figure out, and I've worked that area more than any other areas, but just not hitting it perfectly. But again, just 120 on these so far, so just figured I'd sit here and sharpen with you guys. Working on the Svord. I've got a burr from the back of the edge all the way up to around here on the one side I've started on. So I've been working that tip just as much as I can, just trying to get that tip down. And this thing had almost a non-existent point from the factory anyway. It's not a factory, they're handmade in New Zealand, where they actually made some of the weapons also for Lord of the Rings, the Svord guys did. And really liking the sharpening system here. The quality of this 3M automotive sandpaper is far superior to any paper I've had, and I hope you can see that. You can see where it's convexed and clean looking, and then there's that area there on the front tip still where I'm just not getting it down to there. And you know, that's where the V-edge is still. I could tilt up and hit it, but I'm wanting to get down to it with this angle I'm doing. Maybe you guys could tell me if I'm wrong, but this knife, the Svord, is a convex grind to begin with, so this should be a convex zero grind, where the others will be a convex edge. This will be a true full convex zero edge. Tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah, just real hard to get in there. and I find it fun to switch knives when you've got a reprofiling going on or anything that's going to be a while. Might as well switch it up a little bit. I'll probably end up just leaving some of this tip with that V edge just a little bit. It was good and sharp, decently sharp, but yeah, it's coming along slowly but surely. I'm going to switch knives just for you guys. I'm considering convexing the edge on my RTAC 2, which has seen some good heavy use through the bug end. Been chopping wood with my son and batoning wood. I used my Fisker's splitting axe to chop and my RTAC 2 to do some batoning. And got to tell you, I was a little bit nervous with getting it out. There's a lot of broken RTAC 2s on YouTube. Normally in the winter when steel can be more brittle, and normally if you watch, they're going in the middle of like a 4 to 6 inch log, where really you should split it first if you have all the right tools you want. But if that's your only tool, start on the sides and get a small piece off, But got a couple cool baton videos with my son I might throw up and show you guys that. But the RTAC for me performed flawlessly. We had it in some seasoned, really tough wood, and it was fine. The edge does not hold up as well as maybe you would expect, but what can you expect when you're going through logs with brute force? But anyway, it's a full flat grind, so I'm considering convexing that. This Kershaw is a full flat grind. And for you full flat grind fans out there, guys, this thing's like $25-30. And I have no idea where the tang goes or any of that. I'd love to see one x-rayed or something, but I wouldn't go batoning with it. But it's a good bushcraft knife for those who do like a flat grind. I'm going to hope that the Convex for me cuts wood better, because I'm pretty much over V-edges when it comes to attempting to cut wood with any accuracy. A V-edge isn't going to do it for you. So I'm trying to bring back to life some of these V-edge knives that I don't use anymore. But a lot of people like the BK2s, the Becker line of K-bars, the Essies, some of the Ontarios that were the Rat Cutlery guys' designs. And this is a full flat grind, so if that's your thing, check it out. Or if you're into convexing your V-edges, maybe it's an option for you too. Another thing I found, guys, and I've never noticed this on my hand sharpening before, but with this system, with the convexing, I'm getting it pretty good on that side. You can see the dirt on the blade, the oil and grit from the sandpaper. I hope you can see it. And I'm not going up further than I really should. But when I go to this side to sharpen, I'm having a harder time. Maybe there'll be something you all can see on camera that I can't. Everybody's going to rock back and forth a little bit as they sharpen. But I definitely don't do as well on the side I'm currently working. And again, for some reason, I'm the very tips of the tips, the edge, the last 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch of the edge. Not a 1/2 inch, but a 1/4 inch. It's pretty tough to get to. This has got to be the softest of those steels. And if you can see where it's still shiny, it's just not getting down to the tip yet. That's about a 1/4 inch. But this one I've had a burr on both sides, so I'm just kind of going back and forth now, just trying to work on that tip, and I'm not hitting the back sides very much at all. Just trying to keep everything nice and even. Cell phone battery power is pretty precious too, so I'm not going to make this video too long. Not going to have very many. Everybody in West Virginia is acting like idiots. because we have no power, and slowly everybody's power is going to be coming back on, and you know, there will be water and gas, but everybody's wigging out, and people filling up 50-gallon drums and every gas can they got, and 2 cars, and gas stations closed, 1 pump open, nobody's got ice. So if you need reasons to, you know, have a bug out bag and have some camping and cooking utensils and camp meals and freeze-dried shit, MREs, whatever, it can be a simple thunderstorm power outage. And when there's enough people without power, they can only get there so fast to get all the damn trees down on lines and everything. So everybody goes nuts. And even if you're prepared, maybe you're like me, maybe you're the only guy in your family that gives a shit about stuff like that, and you're the only one that's ready. So, you know, I've been taking my mom's stuff every day. She didn't have water. She filled up buckets like I told her to. Filled up all her pots and pans on the stove. Now her water's yellow, but the water she saved was clear. You know, took her ice, coolers, canned foods. You might be able to see my baby pool in the background. The kids are gone somewhere with air conditioning. I'm here with the dogs. So I cleaned the baby pools out again, filled them up. And just chilling. Got a cold towel wrapped around my neck. Can't really watch YouTube too much or anything. I've checked in a little, but just got to save the precious battery on the phone that I have to drive in my damn car to charge. And when it comes to power outages, guys, I mean, it might be worth it to invest in one of those solar deals that can charge whatever phone you might use. Now the S30V here, this was probably the toughest, and the thumb studs I've tried before, they have the Torx head bit, but I think you have to have 2 of the same size and hold one and undo the other. I can't figure it out, but anyway, it's no problem. You can lay it completely flat this way, then tilt up and work that back a little bit, and you could really do the whole edge that way, but you turn sideways at that point. Same thing with the tip on the Benchmade. See, once I've hit that bottom just a little bit, and again, I've already had the burr on both sides here, so for demo you guys, just gonna hit both sides once, and probably see that tip part that I can't hit too well. Anyway, guys, gotta save some battery. Thought I'd talk to the camera for a minute. Thanks for watching. That's generators you hear in the background, guys. Have a damn generator. I didn't.